Hello there, welcome back. Today I'm talking about Fires on the Plane, which is from Shinya Tsukamoto, who directed Tetsuo the Iron Man and Tetsuo 2 and a bunch of other films, but Tetsuo's the one he's remembered for mostly. He directs and stars in this, and so it's an adaptation of the same book that was used for Fires on the Plane, the classic film of the 50s, which I have not seen yet, but it's bound to be a classic. But I've seen this one. I was holding out trying to get the original first, but then I just watched Human Condition. I really wanted to watch this one because I'd been eyeing it up for a while, but I was trying to leave it off till I'd seen the original. And at a certain point I thought, oh the hell, wait, I'm going to watch this. So I watched it and it's wonderful. It's just a very brutal film about World War II, surviving in a war where basically there's no hope and what it does to you. So it takes place in the Philippine Islands in World War II, or one of those islands around where the Japanese dominated. And they're all dug in now, and the war's pretty much over. I mean, the Americans are coming in and destroying the islands. They should just surrender. It's like, give up, but you'll lose. But the Japanese have been ordered to not lose, so they're stuck in there, and they're all getting diseases, and they're all dying. The lead character, played by the director, has TB at the beginning, and he's been forced to walk back and forward to the hospital hut, which is just a hut of hospital. People are just puking blood up all the time, and the hospital team are telling him, "You're not sick enough to be here." So he kind of gets sent back to the front line to tell him, "No, you're not healthy enough to be here. Go back to the hospital and stay in there." And eventually he's told by people in the front line, and they say, "No, don't come back. We're not interested." So he's stuck in this rut of these situations. So he's stuck outside the hospital with these other guys who are on the same boat as him. Basically, they're not sick enough to go to the hospital, but they're not well enough to go to the front lines. And at this point, the Americans attack, and everyone's on the run. And that's where they're going to be for the rest of the film. On the run, trying to survive, trying to go from place to place. Everyone just gets split up. So he keeps on running into people. It's an episodic thing where he runs into people, they get killed, and he runs into other people and they get killed, and you find out, you see the degradation of the spirit as they go through these situations and slowly get defeated by life. And it's the whole idea is human beings in these situations do not act well, and they're all desperate, and it's a stupid war, and everyone knows it's a dumb war, everyone knows they should not be fighting this, they've lost. But Americans view them as the people who have to be defeated, because the Japanese propaganda is, we will fight to the last. And then you go to the ground and they do not want to fight to the last, they will want to surrender. But they've been told they can't, but they don't really want to fight anymore. And you see this nameless character with TB, he just doesn't want to fight at all. He's a writer, he never wanted to fight in the first place. He's been stuck in this thing and he ended up being sick and waiting to die for no reason, just because he's been called up by the war. And then eventually he just has to travel through the island, and he runs into people who do not speak the same language as him, which leads to chaos and death, because both sides just naturally want to defend themselves, and because he's got a gun he manages to survive, and he gets disgusted by the whole thing. He tries to throw away his gun and he ends up getting to a troop and there's another gun, they've another gun to give it to him, and it's like, it's impossible. He finds salt, and salt's his bartering tool to stay alive. He can give people salt and they can give him other food, and they can trade, and because he sees it's salt, he goes with a group of soldiers trying to make it to the point where they have to make to maybe escape the island. Maybe they're not going to fight anymore, they can maybe just escape home. On the way there, they get butchered, and he survives, and he runs into people who he'd met before at the hospital he thought were dead, because everyone seemed to be wiped out there. And it turns out at this point they've gone cannibal. You know, they're hunting down their own people and eating them just to survive, because they're all starving to death. And eventually he has to work out what he's going to do. Does he become a cannibal, or does he resist? And basically, the movie really is the fall of man. No matter how pure you are, he does not become a cannibal, but no matter how pure you are, you still will want to survive, and you still will kill anybody, even if you like them, to survive. And that's the point of the film. Eventually, I mean, he runs into Americans and tries to give up, but someone else tried to give him at the same time and he get killed by a crazy American. So it's like, he knows that's not a good option either. It's just hell on earth, basically. He just there's no way to survive. And eventually he does survive by luck more than anything. They find him and he's like half dead. They take him to the hospital and he ends up getting sent home. By the time he gets home though, he's been haunted by what he's found out about himself and what he's found out about his fellow man. So he's now an isolated figure, pretty much destroyed by the war. So he can go home, but he can't really go home. He's distant from his wife now, and he can't really survive anymore, mentally. So it's a horrific story, and it's done beautifully well. I mean, it's a really well made film. It's pretty short because they know they're so brutal. You can't. I mean, there's body parts going everywhere. You can't keep this up for too long. You have to just keep it basic, keep it simple, and get to the point quickly. But it's not like it's a very visual film. It's all about looks rather than having lots of dialogue. It's all about what you're seeing rather than, and what you're hearing rather than what people are saying is being fascinating. It's like it's the banality of the reaction of people to the situation. Like, just do this. Don't bother me with anything else. Just do this. Just do what you're told. It's that kind of thing rather than anything philosophical. It's shot in digital and it looks gorgeous. It doesn't feel like a film. It feels like a projection of this environment that's very bright, that's very crushing all around you. The green's always around you and it's always like, becomes almost an enemy. Because there's so much green but there's no sense of direction with it. This idea of nature is actually pretty cruel unless you focus yourself to actually create something within it. And they're in nature and they can't control it. They're focused to just try and survive it. They're just trying to travel through it and not die. So the idea of nature is always oppressive, is always there. Nature is cruel because it's actually indifferent. It's indifferent to people, and all these people, different people running into each other, they're all trying to survive. They're all in the same situation as each other. Most of them don't want to kill each other, they just want to survive. And everyone panics and people die horribly. People panic and have a sense of they have to do anything to survive. There's a young soldier who turns cannibal who started off as weak. He didn't have a father. He was a illegitimate kid. And this older, cynical soldier takes advantage of him and makes him basically his boy to go and do this horrible stuff for him because he's injured. And it just shows the brutality and horribleness of human nature. That people who may have some decency are just used and abused. And it's just wonderful. I mean, there are some flaws. I mean, they overuse the dissolves, especially in the beginning. There's all these dissolves that actually give a sense of just the time passing and merging. But it's overdone, so you feel like just do less. There's bits of things like that are a problem. But that calms down pretty soon. And the whole atmosphere of going through this green event, every so often you get some light, so you get a suggestion of someone, a person in the landscape that's someone else that's different from your tribe, and it's a mix of fear and is there a way out of this situation here? And usually there's not a way out of the situation because no one can talk to each other because no one speaks the same language and it's a disaster and everyone's panicking. So it's just about the hell of war, how horrible it is and how devastating it is. I'd highly recommend this film. It's so good. I can't say it's as good as the original because I've not seen the original, but this film is brilliant. It's really terrific. I'd highly recommend it, so go see it. I hope you enjoyed this. That's the last of my Asian videos for now, but I'll be back soon with another video.